Hi, how are you? I'm Dr. Kim. Dr. Kim, you may know me as like Dr. Kimberly Ventus-Darks, but I am Dr. Kim, and one of my most favorite sayings is this. And so if you're wondering, have I heard her speak before? Have I heard about her before? My favorite saying is this: if you always do what you have always done, then you will always get what you have always got. And if you want something that you have never had, then you need to do something that you've never done. If you always think the way that you've always thought, then you'll always get what you have always got. I want to thank you for joining me today on Periscope. This is my very, very first time, and I've been speaking like for 18 years, and I'm like, ooh, and I've done live things, television, traveled all over the world, but it's just something about this. I mean, it's like, Kim, are you getting shy? Kim, what's going on? But I'm going to say my saying one more time, because I do see Cito on here, and I want to thank you for being with me. Okay, here we go. If you always do what you have always done, then you will always get what you have always got. And if you want something that you've never ever had, then you need to do something that you've never done. And if you always think the way that you've always thought, then you'll always get what you have always got. Again, I want to thank you for joining me, and I'm not going to keep you long. I'm not, but I tell you what, there's just a couple of things that I want to go over with you. And like I said, I'm an international speaker, and I have a book at Barnes & Noble's entitled "When You Have Outgrown Him." That means your relationships. And I have motivational CDs on how to release it and let it go, how to get dangerous people out of your life, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, I have one, here we go, on I know that I'm special, but boy, do I feel ordinary. I also have that. But I want to say this, and I want to just if you just follow me, okay, follow me. And I'm going to be doing this quite often. In fact, I plan on being back on here tomorrow at 4:45. And tomorrow when I come back on, let me tell you what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the number one way that professionals sabotage their career. I mean, to whereas, and it's different, and but it's true. The number one way that professionals sabotage their career. And I've been talking about sabotage probably for the last 18 years, internationally as well as within the country, about how we sabotage our career. The very things that we think we should do, we should not do. And the very things we should not do, we think we should do. I mean, we just, we just don't get it. Let me say this again tomorrow at 4:45, because I want you to have people to join in. I want you to have people to watch me. But tomorrow at 4:45, we're going to talk about, this is it. We're going to talk about the one thing that's way more important than productivity. I mean, way more. I mean, it's good to be productive. You should be productive. I mean, but let me say this to you. Everything is a blessing and a curse. Everything is a blessing and it is a curse. So productivity is good, but it's not the number one thing. It's just not. It's not the number one thing. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And we're also going to talk about the reason why the real reason. Oh, here we go. The real reason why men marry younger women. I mean, really, what is it for? I mean, is it really for their looks, or is it because of something that feeds them on the inside? We're going to talk about that. And then and I love this one. We are going to talk about tomorrow the one person that never gets cheated on in relationships, okay? And you're going to want to hear it. And if not for you, then maybe for your friend, or for your sister, or for your brother, the one person that never gets cheated on in relationships. And it's so good. It is so good. It is so good. And listen, if you always do what you have always done, then you will always get what you have always got. And if you want something that you have never ever had, then you need to do something that you've never done. If you always think the way that you've always thought, then you'll always get what you have always got. Again, for those of you who are joining in, I'm Dr. Kim, and my real name, my full name is Dr. Kimberly Ventus-Darks, but my name is Dr. Kim, and I'm so glad to, again, be with you today. You know, I'm an advice columnist, and my client recently asked me, she said, Dr. Kim, what do I do? What do I do if my boyfriend, I've been with him for 7 years and I love him. I mean, he's a really good man. I mean, I love him. He loves me too, but he just can't stop cheating. He just can't stop. And, you know, it was so interesting. And, I remember looking at her. She's in my inner circle. And I remember looking at her and I was like, listen, for every action, there has to be a consequence. And let me say this, and let me just say this, that people will, Yolanda, hi, sweetheart. I mean, the bottom line is that people will treat you the way that you allow them to, and we teach people how to treat us by what we will accept from them. And so she was like, well, he keeps cheating. I was like, because he can keep cheating. I mean, he keeps cheating because he can keep cheating. And so, hey, Yolanda. And so that's the reason why he's cheating, is because he can cheat. He knows you're going to be there if he cheats. He knows you're going to be there if he don't cheat. He's a cheater. And listen, since you know that he's doing it, expect him to keep doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, the best predictor of future behavior is what they do in the past. Oh, stay with me. The best predictor of future behavior is what they have done in the past. He's a cheater. He still may be nice, and he might even somewhat love you, but he's not afraid of losing you, or he don't care if he lose you. Listen, what you get is what you're going to get. If you're not okay with him cheating, then let him go. If you find that, well, he does cheat, but I don't know. I would prefer for him to still be in my life. I mean, I need him right now in my life. If that's the case, then just deal with the fact that he's a cheater. Oh, the other day, this lady who is in my inner circle, she's in my inner circle, and she said, Dr. Kim, can I divorce my parents? I mean, what can I divorce my parents? And the bottom line is, I was like, of course. I mean, you can divorce your parents. Yolanda, thank you. I mean, you can divorce your parents. I said, you can divorce anyone you want to. I mean, just because you're there presently does not, oh my goodness, just because you're there presently does not mean that you're there mentally. I mean, to be honest with you, you can divorce anybody that you want to. You can divorce your parents. You can divorce your supervisor. You can divorce your coworkers. And at times you might need to divorce your children. And it doesn't mean that you're leaving where you're at. What it means is that you are mentally going away. You are there physically, but you're not there mentally. Oh, you can divorce. Oh, you can divorce. I mean, listen, again, people will treat you the way that you allow them to. And we teach people how to treat us by what we will accept from them. Let me say again, let me say it. I've got to say it. If you always do what you have always done, then you will always get what you have always got. And if you want something that you've never ever had, then you need to do something that you've never done. If you always think the way that you've always thought, then you'll always get what you have always got. And only you can tell if it's been enough. Okay, here we go. You guys, I had someone the other day, and she said, what's wrong with people? People are so strange. What's wrong with people? And I mean, I know. I know people are strange. I know people are weird. I I know, because can I say this? And I want you to flow with me that many times when you are dealing with people, when you are really, really dealing with people, you're not dealing with who they are or what they're supposed to be or what role they play. When you are dealing with people, you are dealing with their maturity level. Look, I don't care if they're 65 years old. If they stop maturing at 14, you are dealing with a 14-year-old. You are dealing with where they stopped growing. So listen, if they're 14, they will give you a 14 attitude. If they're 14, here we go. They will give you a 14 response. You are dealing with who they are mentally and emotionally, and you're dealing with their maturity level. I don't care if they're the vice president of your company. I don't care if it's your mother. I don't care if it's your sister. I don't care. You are dealing. Oh my God. You are dealing with how much they've learned from their experiences. That's what will come back to you. Oh my gosh. If you always do what you have always done, then you will always get what you have always got. And if you want something that you've never ever had, then you need to do something that you've never done. If you always think the way that you've always thought, then you'll always get what you have always got. Thank you for your time. Thank you for today. Thank you. Tomorrow, I will be back on at 4:45, period. Here we go. And we're going to talk about how professionals sabotage their career. Don't miss it. We're going to talk about what the number one thing that's way more important than productivity. Don't miss it. And listen, 4:45 Eastern Standard Time, okay? Eastern Standard Time. Again, this is Dr. Kim. We're going to talk about the number one reason why men really marry younger women. It might shock you. I mean, it really might shock you. And then we're going to talk about, oh my goodness, the one person in a relationship that never gets cheated on. Oh my God. The number one person in a relationship that never, ever gets cheated on. Tomorrow, 4:45. Be with me tomorrow. Have an incredible evening. And don't allow anyone to take your peace. God bless you.